Hi guys, welcome back to another Life with Kanini. So, ladies, as I do my makeup, I'm rushing to work. Let's talk about the guy that is attracted to you but does not want a long-term relationship. You know, I went on a date. You see these lovely flowers? It was a real date. I went on a date and a guy bought me flowers. It was a real date because he bought me flowers because if, I feel like if I go on a date these days and the guy does not like buy me flowers, I feel like I just went out and hang out with my brother. Like it wasn't a date, but it was a real date. He felt I'm the kind of girl like before I see her, I need to get her some flowers. So it was a real date. Totally my type. Totally my type. And so we went out on a date. We went to the library because I love to read books. And then we went for dinner and we had a conversation. I had a great time, but he probably did not have a great time. I thought we were having a good time. So we go on a date and, he drops me home and he goes home. He goes back home. He's like, oh, I'll call you tomorrow or something. He doesn't call. He shoots me a text and he's like, I have 2 busy days coming up. And he's like, I'll not be able to call you, but I'll call you the following, like on Friday. So I think we went out on a Tuesday and he didn't want to talk on Wednesday and Thursday. And these flowers actually, I think they're dandelions. They're very good. They've lasted till Tuesday. I may have to change the water and have them stay in for another day. And then I think they won't survive another day. But anyway, on Friday he calls me. He calls me actually. He calls and he says, I thought about you and I don't see a relationship. Like you're nice, like you're good, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're like all these things, which I am actually, but you're just not my type. So I was like, okay, like I understand, like I completely understand. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, you might like somebody, but you may not be their type, or you're not their first choice because they have other, like I feel like a lot of times, like if it's a really nice guy, he has a lot of options. He has like a lot of like nice options, and he deserves to date whoever girl that he thinks is best for him. And I would do the same. Like there are guys that I don't want to have a relationship with because sometimes I feel like I can do better. They are not my first choice. Just you feel like, yeah, he's an amazing guy, but I can do better. It happens, right? It happens. So I think that's what happened. You meet an amazing guy and he just has so many other choices that I wasn't his first pick. And that is totally fine. You just have to accept that we are all different. I feel that it's not like, obviously I'm a decent person. I love life. I work. I do normal human being things. So if somebody doesn't like me, it's not like, oh, you're a horrible person or they are horrible or, or anything like that. It's just that, they feel that they have somebody else they can date and have a better relationship with. And I think that's like what a lot of ladies, we struggle sometimes to understand, that there is nothing wrong with you. Like there's nothing wrong with me. And if you meet a guy who says like, I do find you attractive, you're beautiful, you're pretty, and you're awesome, and you like them, but then they're like, I don't think I see a relationship. Actually what I appreciated a lot is that he was very honest. Like I like that honesty. Like I don't like people wasting my time you know, like because like I'm an adult, I don't need to play games. I don't like playing games. I'm pretty much very serious as a person, so I don't like playing games. And you know, because I don't have time. I'm in my 30s. I don't have time. You know, a lot of people in my age are married and they have kids. They already have kids. They've done that. Some of them are even divorced. Like they already done that mistake. Done, like they're done. Made the mistake. They're done with it. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't need that. So when a guy tells me like, hey, you know what, Kanini, I like you, you're wonderful, but you're not my type, I am so grateful. Like they don't waste your time. They tell you how it is. And I think a lot of men think, oh, she'll break down if, you know, she hears the truth. No, women, I think we understand the truth better than men. Like for me, I don't see anything wrong with that, you know. I just feel like if a guy says, oh, I am attracted to you, but I don't want a relationship with you, it just means like you're not my first pick. I have a ton of choices, or there is another woman. It pretty much, that's how it translates into my mind. So I'm like, so what I learned, another thing I learned about dating, and I'm just going to talk until I finish my makeup, is that it's good to know what you don't want when you're dating. Like, it's good to know what you want in a man as a woman, but it's also good to know like what you don't want in a man. For example, for me, it's a deal breaker if like the man is not sure about me. Like for me, that's a deal breaker. If a guy says like, oh, I'm not sure I want to have a relationship, that's a deal breaker for me. Like I don't want that, because I never want to be with a man who is not sure about me. You know, I love myself because I know I deserve to be with a guy who actually wants to be with me. I don't want to force it. I want an easy relationship where, you know, where if I request somebody to help me with something, like he'll do it, you know, and I won't feel like I'm pulling teeth, you know. I want a guy who is happy to help me out, like who's like, oh honey, can you fix my bike? They'll be happy to fix my bike, you know. Oh, can I get a massage? They'll be happy to do that. You know, you don't want a guy who's, you know, because if you go with a guy that you love more than he loves you, it's going to be hard for him to do things with you. You know, you want him to go out shopping with you, he doesn't want to go shopping. You want to go, you know, have fun, he doesn't want to do that. So I can deal with that. Like I just, nope. I value my life, I want to have fun. So be willing to walk away. That's like the big thing about relationships. Like if somebody isn't going to give you what you want, be willing to cut loose. Be, you don't want me? I'm okay. I'm a move on. You know, like there's plenty of fish in the sea, you know, and sometimes it's not meant to be. You know, it's just not meant to be. That's my moral of the story for today. So anyway, so that's how my date ended. And we kind of both went, oops, oh, that brush got my eye. We kind of both ended and went our separate ways. Yup. And I'm kind of happy that, you know, it happened so quickly that I didn't have to invest my feelings, because, you know, he was the kind of guy that I would love, you know, I'd see myself falling in love with, but he wasn't there. So for me, it was kind of like good, because I didn't invest my emotions in it, you know. It was so quickly that we moved on, you know. And so the opposite has also happened for me, right? I went on a date and the guy actually liked me a lot, and I wasn't I didn't feel a connection. I didn't feel like we were intellectually like on the same plane, on emotional in the same plane. And he kind of liked me, but I didn't feel anything. And I would have loved to feel like something, like a connection, like something, because he clearly liked me. But you know, I wasn't. And he was good looking, very athletic, tall, and he also, you know, he looked amazing, and I didn't feel a pull. So, you know, sometimes you wonder like what gives you the pull, you know, what is it, a chemical thing? Is it a chemical thing? Anyway, so actually I forgot to tell you something. So this guy that I went on a date with, he's into medicine. You know, he's into medicine, and he was saying that he could smell like I have my body, that I have a lot of high blood sugar, which is interesting because I started a new position as a financial advisor, and it's kind of stressful. So I realized like, oh goodness, I need to work out more, because if I'm generating a lot of stress in my body, it means that I need to work out even more than I used to work out. So it means that I like that he caught that. Part of the reason that I was attracted to him is because he's intelligent. And so, you know, I started working out. Now I'm kind of like looking good. I'm feeling better. And I realized, oh my goodness, I wasn't taking good care of myself. I thought I was, but I wasn't doing enough of like the level of activity of taking care of myself. Like, what I mean is that I wasn't going for long walks. I just put a smudge there. I wasn't going for, I needed to go for longer walks. I needed to go get more massages, like for my neck, for my back pain. I wasn't, you know, and I realized, oh my goodness, I need to get back into the game, like when I was younger, going out, dancing, you know. Anyway, so yesterday I went out dancing and I met a few girlfriends, and it was amazing. It was so nice, getting back into you know, feeling like that girly side of me coming out. I just need to highlight this because I don't actually do my eyebrows. I don't trim them or anything. So I just work with colors, with highlights and colors. I think this is good enough. Good enough. I am a natural girl. I like going to swim. That's why I like my natural hair, because it allows me to live the lifestyle that I want. If I was wearing a wig or a weave, I would not be able to do the level of activity that is required for me to work out and stay healthy. So I decided to go with shorter hair and a more active lifestyle for my mental health, for my health. I think I smudged it a little bit too much on my cheekbones. Anyways, I think I'm good enough to go to work. I think I'm pretty. What do you think? I think it looks great. Eye makeup looks good. Natural. I don't think it looks off at all. I think it looks amazing. Almost like the purple, like the eyes came out like purple. And lipstick's not exaggerated. Now I can go to work. So, woo, nice.